Alright, welcome to the video, guys. I'm gonna be talking about how I made $300 in 30 minutes and provide you guys with a live scalping case study to see how I got in and got out with my NVIDIA puts here. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. Alright, so now I'm gonna open up my trade replay software that I have. Yeah, basically I took NVIDIA puts for 30 minutes. I scalped in and out of them. I wish I could have held some longer, but I can provide you guys with some context of why I decided to scalp it for such a short time, because previously I lost a little bit of money trying to hold it for too long, and when I was green I didn't take my profits and ended up giving a lot back, plus some ending up with my first red day of the month on Thursday. So on Friday I was like, you know what, it's a Friday, I have the weekend ahead of me, let's just take my money, take the profits, and call it a day. So that's kind of why I scalped my position for such a short time. But let's take a look at the replay. This replay is gonna be starting at 6:30 a.m. and I'm gonna have it going on at a speed of 2x. So it's gonna be 2 times the speed of what the market is usually presenting. So my first entry is at 6:34.26. So yeah, right now I'm just reading the market. So far in the pre-market, that's how the video looked. I'm showing you guys a 2-minute and a 5-minute chart of the video, because that's how I usually trade, off the 2 and the 5. Obviously, every 2.5 2-minute candles accounts for every 1 5-minute candle. So yeah, how I'm looking at the situation is I'm a little bearish, but I have to, make sure that the price action dictates my action. So what I was thinking was, because in this pre-market there was a support level that formed right at the break, or right at the open below the level, is where I was gonna take my puts. So yeah, let's get a brush, make it white. Yeah, so right below here, that's where I decided to take my puts. It's forming a support, and although I am bearish, if it doesn't break that support, I'm not gonna enter puts. That's kind of my mentality going into this. So it's at 6:33. I'm still waiting. Gives this huge, push up, but automatically rejects it. So I'm seeing a lot of heavy selling pressure. Currently 3 minutes into the market. 3 minutes into market open. And so yeah, right with that push down, I should be entering my first scalp down here. So yeah, this is where I enter, right here. Right around here, that's where I enter. Man, that's ugly. This E is where I enter, this E. And then I get out right here. So yeah, it's a quick scalp. It gave me about $100 of profit. So in this play I took 3 contracts in at 394 and got out, with 3 contracts, all within the same minute or two, at 429 and 433. So it's a quick scalp. I made some money there, but I was still looking at the market and I was like, okay, is this gonna give me a little bit more downside for a continuation sell-off, or is it gonna reverse back on me? Because it has been pretty choppy lately, and so although I was bearish, I was still skeptical, especially with NVIDIA being so volatile. I was erring on the side of precaution. By the way, I got my kiwi here with me. If you saw my last video, oh no, actually I have some kiwis and some peaches. So if you haven't seen my last video, I'd recommend go watching that. But when you trade, you want to trade like eating a watermelon. You just want to get the juicy, sweet red part. You don't want to be eating the white. So my next entry was at 656. So I was just scanning the market, stalking the market, and as I expected, it did give me a little pullback. With Nvidia, it's so volatile that even these little pullbacks, it'll have you definitely in the red. I don't know why it's saying I exited here. Did I exit here? 635. Okay, I guess I only exited with 2 contracts. Actually, no, I don't know why it says I exited here at 433. I think it's a late show because it says 635, but right now it's at 639. So that's a late. It's just a glitch, I guess. Yeah, there's no way I exited on that. Yeah. But yeah, essentially with that pullback, I would have been in the red right there, because I enter right here. So, I'm just like, good thing I took some profits right there. And I continued stalking the market, seeing if it was going to give me a little pullback and then continue selling off. So that's a good peach. So yeah, 6:40 a.m., 10 minutes into the market open. Gives me a little pullback. Breaks the support. Retest the support. Now turned into a resistance level. And comes back down. So that's a beautiful break of the level and retest for the downside. So I took 3 scalps during the day. So this was my first scalp, as I mentioned. And my second scalp actually occurs at 6:56 a.m. So yeah, well, I mean, looking back in hindsight, I should have entered, right as it, retested, the ceiling, came back down. I should have entered again with some puts here, but I was a little skeptical, and it was a Friday, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna, continue watching this, let the play build out, because it could very well, with that wick off the 5-minute, just, consolidate. I also had a sort of mentality that it could consolidate today, and yeah, after this, I'll show you guys I'll pull up the, NQ futures chart. But I was thinking it could very well consolidate after, huge red days the past few days. So if the market didn't present to me any more opportunities, I was willing to call it a day, close the laptop, and enjoy the weekend, But yeah, this would have been a good play right here, entering some puts over here. Yeah, at this point it's showing so much bearishness. It's showing so much weakness that I should have gotten. Getting in here would have been, the right decision. And, looking back in hindsight, that's why you do this, so that you can see how you could have got better. But at the same time, this is why trading is risky. This could very well, with the 5-minute, just go all the way back up and just keep consolidating, So yeah, let's speed this up 10x so that we can see how the play develops. But yeah, optimally, getting in right here would have been good right here. 423, and maybe I'd be risking a stop loss with this over here. Risking about $1 to scalp for the downside. Yeah, if it's never opening above the stop loss level, there's no reason to get out. So yeah, that's definitely a play I missed. But here comes my next scalp. Let's jump to 655. Yeah, I'm looking at this, and if I had a live stream of me, my reaction, I probably, would have been beating myself up for missing the play, but I get in right here, 656. I'm like, you know what, this is selling off so much, I need to, take a, small scalp here. Yeah, this is where I get in right here. My entry, it is a chase, it's not the greatest play, but with the market selling off, with Nasdaq falling off, 656, and then 657.52 is where I exit. So yeah, it's all within the same minute or same 2-minute candle that I exit. So I enter on the top. Yeah, and this is where I exit right here. X. So these are all short little scalps, just taking my profit and running with it. This was my biggest play. I made $177, I believe, on that play alone. So now I'm up like 280, 270, around there. Then I make my last $40 on, another quick scalp to downside. Optimally, the best decision was for me to, once it broke the, support level right here, the pre-market support, turn resistance. I should have gotten around here and, held some runners to the downside, But like I said, it was choppy, and I did give profits back, the other day. So with the mentality of it being Friday, I decided to scalp, 1 hour trades just to get, green and call it a day. So that was my mentality. And I was looking at this and I was like, damn, it's still selling off. So I get in at 7. I get in at about right here. I get in right here for another scalp. It's my third scalp of the day. 7051, 701. Yeah, nice. And so on the downside, I got out a little bit, and then at 701.50, 701.34, I get out again for the remainder of my contract, because I was like, you know what, this is so much of a chase, I'm getting out. And when I'm taking these scalps, my stop loss is, always mental, but it's always right above, the open of the candle. And if it, decides to move up and break that, I'm getting out immediately. These are short little scalps, with very tight stop losses. And every day is different. Every trading day is different. I was a little biased to the downside, but also, biased in thinking that it can consolidate. After a lot of red days in the past few days. So I decided to just take quick scalps. 1 hour, one to 1 hour trades. When I say that, I mean my risk. Let's say I risk $1, I'm only gonna make $1 and get out. That was my mentality. And those usually have a higher win rate because it's you're not allowing too much time to develop. And obviously the more longer you allow the play to develop, the longer you allow the risk to develop. So obviously with that, not getting great R trades, but I wanted to just be green, take some money, and especially with Friday, with those 0 DTE option contracts expiring, and then trading a very volatile stock like Nvidia, I decided to just scalp for the day. So yeah, let's put this back on. Let's put this on a 30x speed and see how to play or how the stock developed. So yeah, I scalped the exact bottom right here before it decides to pull back. I believe it wasn't even a pullback. This was a full reversal. Golden kiwis are so fucking good. Yeah, with this higher low, you could very well have gone in expecting a trend reversal, as Al Brooks would say. Yeah, just constant higher lows and a trend reversal with the price action. It's definitely a sign that could very well reverse. I would definitely recommend reading Al Brooks' price was it candle bar by bar. It's a price action and bar by bar analysis, something along those lines. Al Brooks, definitely check that book out. It is a tough read, a pretty long read. But what I did was set a schedule, read like a chapter a day, and was determined in finishing it. And that book definitely taught me how to read price action a lot more concisely and clearly. So yeah, with these higher lows, you could be getting in at every pullback, observing the chart on the 5-minute and 2-minute. I found that the 1-minute can can be too volatile, it can shake you out way too easily, and hit your stops. It's just more of an emotional roller coaster. So I prefer the 2 and the 5. But yeah, that's pretty much the trade replay. That's pretty much the case study for Nvidia puts that had profited me $300 in a span of 30 minutes. Took my first entry at 634 and my last exit at 701.34. So hope you guys enjoyed that recap. I like to call it a case study because I'm personally now a registered nurse, and so what we have is case studies. And with the boards exams, all we had was case studies, or they implemented a lot more case studies than prior years because they made a new board exam. But I think it has a lot of similarities with trading too, because with a case study you're presented many different situations and factors of patients. So when you're trading, it's the same way, because you have to look at all these different indicators: price, volume, prior day, highs and lows, pre-market support levels and resistance levels. And you also have to be tracking the NASDAQ at the same time, along with the ES and SPY on a higher time frame and a lower time frame. Looking at the daily chart, the 4-hour chart, the 1-hour chart, the 5-minute chart. I have all these charts up on my three monitor screens, and I'm constantly just analyzing all of them at the same time while I take a trade. So just like how nursing, you have to take into account the vital signs, the patient's age, gender, their previous medical history, what they're complaining about, their pain level, all of these different things that all that information you obtain from the case study, you analyze it, and you come up with a care plan, diagnoses, and plan of treatment, right? So it's all just a form of analysis. Yeah, didn't mean to go off on a tangent on trying to compare the two industries, but I also think trading is very similar to basketball. But if you guys want an explanation on that, I can make a separate video on that. But that's it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. $300 in 30 minutes. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.